All right, chat. 1985. SR71, not Bowling for Soup. Don't be a nerd. There's a superior version, and it's the original version. Not Bowling for Soup's cover. This draft class is highlighted, if I hit the right damn thing, is highlighted by Patrick Ewing. Now, we saw Patrick Ewing in NBA 2K23. He was the most dominant fucking player I have ever seen in a frickin' NBA franchise. I don't know if he's as dominant, but there is Chris Mullin as well. He's a fucking scumbag, but Karl Malone is there. Wayman Tisdale, Joe Dumars. Like, if you end up with a pick in the top 7, you're doing pretty damn good. And even Charles Oakley is projected to go 11th. AC Green, Detlef Schrempf is there as well. This is another pretty damn solid draft for the first round in the 23 picks. So, Bowling for Soup has better hits like Stacy's mom. I get the joke. Thank you. Oh, man. But yeah, this is a monster draft. So, for the Clippers, you guys do have your first round pick this year. Thank God you do. If you didn't have this one, oh man. You don't have the pick next year. But you do have one first round pick this year. And again, for the Bulls, 5 picks, one of them in the first round. So, yeah, holy shit, the draft picks. So with that, of course, chat, you have another decision to make, and that is, what do you want to do with this team? You know, who stays, who goes? Do you try to bring in other draft picks? Obviously, the depth of this team is pretty bad. But Nixon, Walton, Donaldson, and then from there, you could put Cummings and then either Outlaw or Thorpe on the list. I would say you have 2 options, right? So you could do the oldest players only or all top assets on the trade block to see what happens. So oldest players only would be the trio of Nixon, Walton, and Donaldson. All players, you'd add Cummings and then either Outlaw or Thorpe onto your trade block just to see what you could potentially get. So again, we'll see what you think on that. If I'm in your situation, I probably do put Cummings and then either Outlaw or Thorpe on the block just to see what the offers are. At the same time, I could understand wanting to be like, well, shit, man, Terry Cummings is already great. Like, let's build around this guy. Obviously, he hurts your chances of being able to tank, though. So, yeah, with Bill Walton, he actually bounced back up an overall point. Go figure. Go figure. It looks like it's going to be the Elders who end up on your trade block here in Season 2. By the way, I totally missed a follow from Zakalakin, which I apologize if you're still here. I do apologize. But all right, we have it confirmed. Chat's block, Nixon will take Cummings off the board, but it'll be Nixon, Walton, and Donaldson with your first round picks, probably untouchable, right? I imagine you still want your first round picks to be untouchable. I mean, in fairness, you could say no and just leave it and then see if you get offers involving firsts and then see if it's worth it. Let me know if that's the case, but otherwise, yeah, for the moment, we will make those future first rounders untouchable for you guys. It is the Ewing draft, that's true. You know, I gotta be honest, chat, I don't think you should have the trade offers as untouchable. I don't think you should. I think you should at least leave it open to see. I do agree, keep the 85, but I do think maybe if it's a chance to get another good pick in this draft for moving a future first, it's not the worst option. I'm going to do the same thing. The 86, 87 drafts, to be honest, aren't phenomenal. They're okay. I mean, again, like next year, it's Jeff Hornacek, Ron Harper, guys like Mark Price, and then the 87 draft is literally, it's David Robinson, Horace Grant, and Scottie Pippen, and then fucking nobody. So, yeah. Because Reggie Miller is not in the game. So, all right, so we'll leave it at that for the moment. For your Chicago Bulls, a.k.a. my Chicago Bulls, I'm intrigued at what I'd get offered for Akeem Olajuwon. I'm just throwing that out there. That said, he's staying. Reggie Tejas, you can go on the blower. I mean, man, if I go with Olajuwon and Watley, though, that's not that bad. Is there anybody else with good potential? I mean, like, what could I possibly be offered for Olajuwon? I'm going to put all my top players on the list and just see what the offers are. It doesn't mean I intend on getting rid of them. Mozone, they just don't have the license to add them in. I don't know. It's either, I don't know if it's a player association thing or an individual basis, but yeah, they're just not in the game. My only untouchable is my own first round pick this year. You know, at the same time, if I get rid of Watley and Olajuwon, and I say that my first round, I have so many picks in 86 and 87. 87's worth it. Robinson, Pippen. That 86 draft, I mean, Hornacek too. What if I add a bunch of, instead of my own second round pick, what if we add the extra second round picks to the trade block? They're not worth shit. They're not worth a damn thing. Screw it. If I were to put these guys on the board, what would I get? We're going to find out. Dump all your 86 pick. I mean, again, the 86 draft, though, even if I were to end up with Hornacek, Ron Harper, Chuck Person, I'd still be happy. It depends on what I get in this upcoming draft, really. So looking at the lineup here for the Clippers this season, you guys have Nixon, Dotson, Cummings, Thorpe, and Walton as your starting five, with Donaldson and Outlaw as the best two options on the bench. It's still, I mean, obviously having less Dotson as your option there kind of sucks. The Bulls, though, obviously having Olajuwon in my lineup changes things quite a bit. The rest isn't too strong, and this Watley does make things look a little bit better. And just for the hell of it, back to the mock draft. It does have me projected at 4th, has you guys projected at 7th. We'll see what happens. Ewing to the Sixers would be tragic, although, man, the battles would be nuts. Yeah, no, we're good. I think we're good, right? I don't think we're forgetting anything. I mean, there is the whole training option, the mentor, which, again, I get it, but at the same time, It's like I can't even have, like, who the hell can I even have Olajuwon? Like, learn from, it's just, it's not worth it. Let's move. Let's move. Let's move. Let's see if we get any half-decent trade offers for either of us at this stage. The Bulls do get an offer that I'm going to pretty much decline immediately. It's young Watley for Tree Rollins, who I do not need at all. At all. The Clippers get an offer. It's Bill Walton and Sherman Russell for Bob McAdoo and Mitch Kupchak. Bob McAdoo is 33, so he's older and worse than Walton. Why the fuck would you do that? Kupchak's 30 as well. It makes your team worse, but I don't feel like you get proper value for Bill Walton. Like, you are just handing the Lakers Bill Walton. And it's making you worse, but not by much. I'll leave it up there. I'll leave it up to a vote. Just because I saw a mixed reaction. I would not take this trade in a million fucking years. Like, I get that you want to get rid of Bill Walton, but, man, you're handing him to the Lakers for nothing. And really not getting that much worse. Yeah, it's a unanimous no. Fair enough. Fair enough. Clippers, 9-6 record for the Clippers so far. 5-11 for the Bulls. Speaking of the Bulls, ooh. Larry Drew, who was just taken in the last draft. So Reggie's 20. Larry Drew. Oh, Larry Drew's 26. He actually wasn't. He was a free agent, not in the last draft. I just knew that we had mentioned his name a lot. No, that's right. He was actually in a trade offer. It wasn't the draft. There we go. Losing my mind. I'm going to decline that as well. Again, I want draft picks. I want draft picks. All right, another offer for the Bulls. Dave Greenwood for Jerry Sting. Second round picks being swapped. Not worth it for me at all. It's not. It's not. Another trade offer for the Bulls. Dave Corzine, who I sent to the Rockets last season. And a second round pick. I'm not doing that either. Neither of us, I think, have gotten the trade offers that we've really wanted. Another trade offer here for the Bulls. Harold Rose and Mo Westbrook for Ronnie West and Ricky Brown. 26-year-old Ricky Brown. I mean, he technically makes my team better. We took Harold Rose in the last draft. Rose with a C+ potential. I don't know why it's showing me Olajuwon. What's Mo Westbrook? D+. Ronnie West is 27. So basically, they think Harold Rose might be able to develop. I'm going to decline that. If they think he might be able to develop, he's worth keeping. As we are quickly approaching 1985 with the 10-21 Bulls, the 16-14 Clippers. Looking at the standings, chat. Lakers right now running the league. The Bulls sit 20th, while the Clippers are 11th. Damn. Holy shit, there are some teams who know how to tank. The 5-24 Sonics. And the 6-25 Pacers. Holy shit, do I have... we both, but me especially right now, given our standings, have some competition in this little tankathon. The trade deadline is on January 17th. Gotta be honest with you guys, at this stage, I don't even think getting rid of the 3 players you want to get rid of, which includes James Donaldson, I don't think getting rid of them would even make you bad enough to compete outright for the Ewing pick. I mean, you could still risk it, and who knows, maybe, but yeah, right now, you guys are in a playoff spot. You're the 7th seed in the West. So that, if I'm not mistaken, it was still top 8 at this time. So, go for the playoffs. You're in a weird spot. You could technically adjust the trade block to see if you could use that first round pick to get somebody. So, chat, you have a big decision to make here. You do indeed. It's a what do. Keep the pick. Go for it. Are you going to trade that pick, or at least try to go for it? You look at this, this trio that you have here leading the way. It is true. If you get a shooting guard, you never know. We keep our pick and go for it. That's true. That's true. You could keep the pick and go for it. I feel like that's in the same category. Chat wants to go for it. Chat's going to risk it. It's a far enough separation. We can call it. We don't have to waste time. So the big trio is off the block. The 85 pick is there. Again, you probably don't want to get rid of either of the 87s. But that 1985 first round pick is on the block. I don't believe you have anybody with too crazy potential. James Donaldson does, but he's also 27. So that's just the big thing at this point. Is, hey, we want that. And obviously it would be Cummings. It would be Nixon that would have to stay on the team. I'd imagine Outlaw, and Thorpe. But that way you could still say, hey, Bill Walton and Donaldson are at least available. AJ, take it easy. Or you could put Outlaw up on the block. But, you know, this is a way of saying, like, hey, these are our core four. If you want Walton or Outlaw, or I should say Walton or Donaldson, then, hey, go ahead. Let me know if you want me to change that, but to be honest, I'd probably roll with that. For myself, Carcinogen, thank you for the follow, by the way. I am going to leave the block the exact same for myself, and hopefully can snag another draft pick here for this particular draft. So we will see what happens. And again, as mentioned, there is the nuclear option to blow it up, be able to essentially manually trade, but at the same time, it's not worth it for you guys right now. Why do you have Akeem on the block? Just to see. Just to see if there would be any interesting trades coming through. You get an offer. Phil Harper for a second rounder. Well, he would certainly improve your current guard situation. You know, he's not that good. Second round picks aren't worth a fucking thing right now either. You could go for it. Honestly, though, he's not making that much. You should save the salary cap room because you're already in a bit of a rough spot. So I know it's not quite what you guys had in mind for a trade. Let's see. Second round pick in Jones to give up Pete Verhoeven. Verhoeven's 25 and a 73. Really makes no sense to do that either. You might as well keep Verhoeven for the depth since you elected to go for it. Doesn't really follow that set prerogative. Here's an interesting one for you, chat. Coco, speaking of interesting, Coco, you handsome, handsome devil. How'd the stream go? Thank you for the raid, my friend. James Donaldson for Robert Reed. A shooting guard. Exactly what you need. You get rid of Phil Harper, but you also get a second round pick back. Donaldson's your third string center. And you get the guard that you need in Robert Reed. I mean, that's a no-brainer. It is an absolute no-brainer for you. And technically, you save money. So, Coco, though, how are you, my friend? I hope you're good. What the hell were you up to tonight? Back on the Medans. There. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We are in 1985, playing through NBA eras on 2K24. Chat controlling the San Diego Clippers. I'm controlling the Chicago Bulls. Going to a Gretzky R. Ooh, I got to check back with you about that jersey. So we're going to do this. Chat's going to be trading James Donaldson and Phil Harper for Robert Reed in a 1987 second round pick. And is that the missing piece to just have chat go for it early on? It's Nixon, Reed, Cummings, Thorpe, and Outlaw. Is that enough? Is that enough to make the playoffs? The bench depth as well is fine for now, so it's not bad. It's not bad. And yeah, for the Bulls, it's something. It's something. Will I get the trade offer that I'm looking for here? Verhoeven for Reeves, you have no reason to do that. So, where did Walton go? He's still on the team. He might be hurt. Verhoeven, it doesn't make sense to weaken you guys right now. And there's a trade offer for Bill Walton. Bill and a second for Bill Cartwright, who is better and more cheap. It's not quite what you thought you'd get for Bill Walton, but you get Bill Cartwright to improve the team. That's a no-brainer. He's 27 years old. That's a done deal for chat. Bill Walton for Bill Cartwright. It's 2 years for Cartwright, 2 years for Walton. So, it is a cheaper deal across the board. Bill Cartwright, the newest member of chat's Clippers, who now have Nixon, Reed, Cummings, Thorpe, Cartwright, Outlaw on the bench. That is a pretty strong 6. It's not bad. Put Cartwright on the block. At that point, it wouldn't make any sense, and you don't have time. The deadline's tomorrow. So they got to you on pretty much the last day. And that is it for the deadline. So chat does improve their team. Let's go to February 1st and see where things stand. Go with the whole fill out the roster automatically, which works for me. Works for me, which works for me. So as of February 1st, 1985, chat's team currently sitting in 8th in the Western Conference at 21-23. Overall, 12th in the league. The Chicago Bulls in the bottom 3, but I don't think anyone's out tanking Seattle this year. I am at least in the bottom 3. But yeah, the Sonics are in an uber tank, much like I was last year. Let's get through February. See where things stand. Of course, we want to see W's here for the Clippers if you are rooting for the Clippers. Which, I mean, it's chat's team, but I know there's some saboteurs in the midst. All right, March 1st, 1985. Where do the Clippers stand? 7th in the West at a 500 record, 29-29. The Lakers have clinched a playoff spot. Good luck making it through the Lakers. Jesus. The Lakers and Sixers are in. The Bulls still in the bottom 3. The Sonics on a bit of a run here. There's hope for Chicago yet. If I get Olajuwon and Patrick Ewing, it's fucking over. All right. Through the month of March. Don't worry about the deadline extensions. We're fine for now. Extensions deadline, easy for me to say. Clippers are still... wow, another loss to the Sonics. Thanks, chat. Thanks for losing to them again. April 1st, 1985. The Clippers in 6th in the West, still at 500. The Bulls have moved up, but it's close. It's real close. This is a mess. Oh, man. This is a mess. All right, Chicago. Come on. We got the Sixers, who are really good. The Nets, the Pacers, the Cavs, the Sixers again, the Bullets, and the Hawks. Come on. Lose to the Sixers? Yes. Lose to these two? Yes. 4 games to go. Have the Clippers clinched a playoff spot? Not yet. Not yet. Frosty, what's going on? You guys are close. Not 100% mathematically in. Lose these next 2. Come on. Okay, we did beat the Sixers. 2 games to go. 2 games to go for the Bulls. The Clippers are playoff bound for the very first time. The Bulls are still in 20th. Oh my fucking God. Like, the fact that Patrick Ewing hangs in the balance and the bottom of the standings are so damn close. I have to lose these last 2 games to have a chance. It's the Bullet and the Hawks. Let's see what happens. We beat the Bullets. We lost to the Hawks. Magic Johnson wins back-to-back MVPs. He averaged a double-double. No surprise. Magic Johnson wins back-to-back MVPs. Rookie of the Year. The 2nd overall pick. Hakeem Olajuwon. Who needs Michael Jordan in Chicago? We got Hakeem. 22 points, 13.5 rebounds. Jesus. Whew. Sixth man of the year, the Lakers' Byron Scott. Defensive player of the year is a rookie, Hakeem Olajuwon. Oh, baby. Defensive player of the year is a rookie. Oh, we're feeling good. Danny Ainge wins most improved player. He certainly won't win most improved GM. Coach of the year, the Lakers' Brad Nelson. Executive of the year, Utah's Wendell Randle. Oh my God, he made all NBA first team as a rookie. Alongside Dominique Wilkins, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Magic Johnson. Jordan was on the all-second. Ooh, broken right ankle for MJ as a rookie. Thanks. Top defensive team, Sidney Moncrief, Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Larry Nance, and Olajuwon. Which is beautiful. And the all-rookie team, Olajuwon, Jordan, Humphries, Tony Campbell, and Michael Cage. Playoffs, Lakers and Suns. Mavs and Rockets. Blazers and Clippers, Jazz and Nuggets. In the East, you have Detroit and Washington, Milwaukee, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Boston, and Atlanta. A tale as old as time. The Clippers take on the Blazers in the first round. Where did the Bulls finish? 20th. The Kansas City Kings have the top odds. At least top 4 odds. Top 4 is not bad as long as they don't fall further down. Whew. Well, playoff time for the very first time, chat. And if you do win the thing, the era's over before it even starts.